Laura and Michael's world blossomed with joy when little Ethan arrived. Their golden retriever, Max, with his ever-wagging tail and kind eyes, seemed just as smitten with the new family member. However, as Laura's maternity leave neared its end, they reluctantly decided to hire a nanny, settling on Mrs. Helen, whose references were as warm as her smile. In the weeks that followed, something in the house subtly shifted. Max, once the epitome of a gentle giant, started displaying odd behaviors. He would often position himself between Ethan and Mrs. Helen, his usual soft eyes clouded with unease. At times Laura would catch him growling under his breath, a sound so foreign and unsettling in their peaceful home. Laura's heart wrestled with concern and denial. One sleepless night, as she lay listening to the soft whirs and coos of Ethan's baby monitor, an idea struck her. With trembling hands, she rigged a tiny camera amidst the colorful mobile above Ethan's crib. She told herself it was just to ease her mind. The next day, amidst the clatter and buzz of her office, Laura's gaze was glued to her phone, streaming the live feed from Ethan's room. The truth that unfolded was a visceral punch to her gut. Mrs. Helen's face, usually so kind, twisted into a scowl as she harshly shushed Ethan, her words sharp and cold. Max's bark, desperate and protective, formed a stark backdrop to the scene. Laura's heart raced in horror and fury. Grabbing her keys, she rushed home, every traffic light a tormenting delay. She burst through the door to find Max, a loyal sentinel by Ethan's crib. His stance spoke of a guardian, and his eyes were filled with a solemn understanding. Laura scooped Ethan into her arms, his tiny body immediately relaxing against her heartbeat. Mrs. Helen, her mask of warmth fallen, stammered excuses, but Laura's only response was a firm, unwavering call to 911. As the authorities led Mrs. Helen away, Laura sat with Ethan, now lulled into a peaceful sleep in her arms. Max, his duty done, lay down beside them, his tail giving a soft, comforting thump against the floor. In the quiet aftermath, Laura reflected on the harrowing day. The betrayal stung, but it was overshadowed by a profound gratitude for her intuitive bond with Ethan and the unspoken loyalty of Max. She knew then, more than ever, that her instincts were a powerful guardian for her family. And as she watched over Ethan and Max, both sleeping soundly, a resilient peace settled in her heart.